Water filtration system at home during disaster, stones, cotton, guava leaves and plastic as water filter. Background of the study. The study was based on the assumption that there is no potable water in your house. What resources do we have at the moment? What are the steps to be done for us to have clean water? What will be the outcome? What benefits will it have if we standardize the processes? Conceptual framework. Concept of the study will be use the usual simple problem, experiment, analysis, conclusion technique. There will be measurement and collection of data for us to validate if the research will become successful or not based on the gathered data. Theoretical framework. The study will evolve if we can have potable or clean water during a disaster. Since filtration is one of the simplest methods, we as a group decided to focus on this one. The concept will be gathering of useful materials that are readily available in our house. We come up with plastic container, cloth, pebbles, charcoal, guava leaves and cotton. These materials will be used as filters. Most common water that we have in our house came from water from the rain, water from the flower vase, water from aquarium, and water from an old furnace. These water will be filtered using the above materials and will prove that if these water can be potable or safe for drinking afterwards. Scope and limitation. The scope of this research comprises of the following. 1. How can we make clean and potable water using simple objects found at home? 2. Define and establish processes on water filtration. The limitation of this study is the following. 1. Source of water is limited to a water from the rain, water from the thermos, and water from the flower vase. 2. Testing on water was based coliform and microbiological only. 3. Experimentation will be added once we have discussed topics on experiment. Problem justification. 1. There is an average of 1 earthquake per year in the Philippines. 2. There is an average of 20 typhoons per year in the Philippines. 3. Based on Mayo Clinic, on a daily basis males consume 3 liters and females consumes liters a day. Assuming there are 2 males and 3 females in a single household, they need approximately 4. Normally we can get water from rainfall, streams, rivers, and other moving bodies of water, ponds and lakes, natural springs. However, if you live in a subdivision or village, it will be difficult to source this water. 5. At normal cases, people don't usually store water. 6. Water does spoil. Given the above scenario, it is imperative that we have an alternative for us to have clean water, even though there will be disasters which will come our way. Our descriptive design. The purpose of our design is for us to be able to observe and describe the behavior of a certain state by applying different scenario. In this particular study wherein we need to verify if we can use a non-potable water and transform it to a potable one. For us to prove that this can be possible is by means of testing the end results. We have used a naturalistic observation method wherein we will observe by means of bacterial culture process if bacterial colonies will be reduced if we have applied the water filtration method using guava leaves, stones, cotton and plastic as filtering agent. Our double-blind experiment method. Our double-blind experiment method takes precaution against bias by ensuring that we will not know the outcome and which part of the experiment will fail. We will be using a double experiment by culturing 2 sets of water for analysis. Though we have assumed that less bacterial colonies will be produced after filtration, still it is yet to be seen when we have the results. Experimental procedure. Step number 1. Water filtration. Water filtration is a process of removing impurities by means of using fine physical barrier, chemical or biological process. In this study, we will be using the physical and biological method wherein we will use filtration materials readily available at home such as stones, cotton, and guava leaves. Stones and cotton will form as the physical attribute by removing physical impurities, while the guava leaves will serve as the biological attribute that will help minimize bacteria content of the water. Cotton and stones will serve as the physical filters what will sediments and impurities in water. Guava leaves is known that has bactericidal power, hence, will serve as the biological filter to have clean water. Step number 2: Bacteriological testing. Aside from checking the physical attributes of water after filtration, it is important that we also check if microorganisms is present in filtered water. Wattle leaf serving as a bactericidal agent of the filter is expected to reduce microorganism. This can be proven by testing if microorganism is still present by means of water bacteria culture method. Based from Wikipedia, bacteriological water analysis is a method of analyzing water to estimate the numbers of bacteria present and, if needed, to find out what sort of bacteria they are. It represents one aspect of water quality. Conclusion and findings. Based in the filtration method, we have experimented wherein we combined cotton, stones and guava leaves as filtering agent. We arrived at the following conclusions. That it is effective to combine the 3 stones, cotton and guava leaves as filtering agent. Stones and cotton acted as filtering the physical attributes of water such as sediments and impurities. Guava on the other hand acted as bactericidal, thereby reducing the number of microorganisms. That these materials are handy and easily accessible, thereby it is handy to use them especially during calamity. That we can have potable water by means of this home filtering system that we have experimented. Based on our findings, we can have clean and potable water using simple objects at home. Household materials, such as plastic containers, cloth, pebbles, charcoal, guava leaves and cotton can be used as filters to make water clean and potable. Filtration is a successful process to make water clean and potable. Thank you.